was playing this patio, and in one afternoon, I saw like 30 to 50 guys walk by with mullets, and I said, "Oh, praise Jesus, they're coming back." And I got on a Zoom with Megan and Greg that night, and I was like, just talking about it, and I was like, I have a bunch of mullet song ideas, but I know y'all probably don't want to write those. And they were like,
This is Up and Country, powered by vLiveCast. I'm your host, Sue Bonzell, bringing you rising country artists direct from Nashville. Now let's get this show started. She's a country girl with a little rock and roll with a white trash heart. Dallas Remington is here. Welcome, Dallas.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
Okay, first of all, look at this outfit. You are gorgeous, girl.
Oh, thank you.
Wow. I mean, the fringe, the pink.
Thank you so much. It's a new jacket. We just got it in, and I was like, I gotta wear it.
So your pink, is that kind of like your style?
Yeah, so I've always done like pink streaks in my hair and done like little ends like temporary. And then I used to not tell the story, and I told it one day, and everybody was like, you need to lead with that.
Yes.
So once upon a time, I had seen this guy, and he told me that if God intended for me to have pink hair, I'd have been born with pink hair. And I said, if God didn't want me to have pink hair, he wouldn't have made the people that made pink hair die. And I started dyeing my whole head of hair pink. And I ain't stopped ever since. And that man is no longer in my
I was
life.
going to say, you're clearly not dating that dude anymore.
Nope. We pink and we stay in pink.
That's right. I love it. So now I hear in a story that one of the first guitars that you got was a pink Barbie guitar. Is that correct? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, that was from my uncle when I was like 4. Him and his wife, my Aunt Judy, my Uncle Chris and my Aunt Judy, they got me a pink Barbie guitar for my Christmas present. And he's a musician too, so he tuned it up for me. And first night I broke a string, didn't know you could change the strings. I said, oh, it's broke.
Oh,
never played it
that's
again.
So cute. Oh, but it was the pink.
Yes.
We started,
the pink.
And how old were you at that time?
I was probably like 4 or 5. And then
goodness.
my first guitar I bought that was like you could perform with it was a purple guitar.
Oh.
Had a purple Oscar Schmidt.
Well, there you go.
And then, so always had the colorful guitars. But now I have a sparkly pink Gretsch hollow body.
Ooh,
so that's my pink guitar
fancy.
now. Like I upgraded from the Barbie.
Well, of course. Well, just a little upgrade. Just a little upgrade.
Just a tiny bit.
All right. So you got a new song,
Yes.
White Trash Heart. I want to hear about writing this song. Because I know you kind of like got that little grit, that little grit to you too, which I love.
Thank you. Yeah, so this one was a fun one to write. So it's actually based a little bit off of a true story, just a little bit. About a year ago, I was out in Missouri playing a gig, and I was hanging out with some friends, and I don't know what got into me, but we're sitting in this bar, and in walks this feller. He was wearing overalls. He was shirtless under the overalls. He had on work boots, and he had a mullet. And right there in front of God and everybody, I said, "Rawr!" And my friends looked at me. They're like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "Nothing, but that's just like my dream man right there. He just walked in." And they were like, "Okay." And so nothing ended up happening with that guy. Like,
Okay, fair enough.
Whatever. But then I was in a writing retreat a few months later with some of my best girlfriends, and I was telling them about it. I'm like, I don't know why I can't get over it. I don't know why I keep thinking about this. And my girl Lauren popped up, and she goes, so we could write this song. And about an hour later, we had White Trash Heart.
There you go.
Just one of those, me ranting about a boy.
So now you released that in July.
Yes.
But before that, I find it interesting that you described the guy, because the song before that is called Mullet.
Yes.
Let's hear about that song.
Yeah, so Mullet actually wasn't inspired by the same guy. I actually just have a really big thing for mullets.
Okay.
I really love mullets. And so that one I wrote with my friends Megan and Greg a little bit before we wrote White Trash Heart. And that one came from, once again, kind of true experiences. I was playing downtown Nashville during the pandemic just to have some sets, and keep playing. And so I was playing this patio, and in one afternoon, I saw like 30 to 50 guys walk by with mullets, and I said, oh, praise Jesus, they're coming back. And I got on a Zoom with Megan and Greg that night, and I was like, just talking about it. And I was like, I have a bunch of mullet song ideas, but I know y'all probably don't want to write those. And they're like, oh, we definitely want to write those. So we wrote Mullet, and I've been in love with that song ever since. And it's one of my favorite songs.
I love it. Okay, so you're really kind of embracing. You're from Kentucky.
Yes.
You moved to Nashville when you were 15?
Yes.
Dang, girl. I mean, how was that? You were homeschooled, is that correct?
It was great. Yeah,
Okay.
I was homeschooled, finished pretty early. You know, it worked really well. We traveled a lot for my brother because my brother played soccer. So then, you know, the move to Nashville for me to follow that dream just kind of fit because at that time my brother was living in Birmingham and it was the exact halfway point.
Oh, perfect.
So, you know, it was just like a great place for, you know, middle point for the family and everything. And it just, it's been awesome. And, you know, it's been a very welcoming industry for me, considering I came into it not only as a female, but as a young female. And it's just been a journey, a wild journey.
Well, I can kind of, you're kind of a badass.
Oh,
I can say that honestly because do you have a black belt in Tae Kwon Do?
Where are you getting these facts? Because they're a little they're way back. Yes, I do have a black belt in Tae Kwon Do. I was the youngest person in my organization to ever get one.
No
I
kidding.
was 8 years old.
8?
And the youngest category to compete at nationals was actually 12-year-olds, and they were all boys. So I had to compete with the 12-year-old boys at 8. So,
and you kicked their booties, right?
Yes, I did.
She's like, no big deal.
Yeah,
big
nobody
deal.
wants to mess with me.
Okay, so now I hear that you got to meet somebody very important, kind of maybe like pretty much a highlight of your life. Was it Garth Brooks?
Oh my gosh, yes.
I know.
I still cry when I think about it. Somebody was talking to me about it yesterday, and I was just like, I can't. That was literally, but it was like the craziest 12 hours of my life because we went to the Songwriter Hall of Fame induction gala last year, and I was sitting there with my buddy Parker, and I was just like, we're in the same room with Garth Brooks. Like, I can't say I didn't try. You know, I don't want to be rude or anything. So we just kind of made, like, our way to where his group was. And he was just talking to everybody, and he looked over and said hi or whatever, and I got to talk to him for a little bit, and we got a picture with him and everything. I literally cried walking all the way back to our table across the room because we were in the back because we're the nobodies. And I was just like, I just met Garth Brooks. And I was still crying. I cried all night, and 12 hours later, on the dot, I got the call telling me that my song Princess had just become my first Billboard Top 40. So then I was crying some more. So I'm like, this has been the greatest 12 hours of my entire freaking life. Nothing will ever top this. And it's just been, so it started with meeting Garth, though.
Well, I'm sure as you were approaching, he sees you and you're like, you can't miss the hair and everything.
Well, it wasn't
so it's
pink at that point.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't. It was still pretty blonde.
But I have a feeling your outfit was probably on point.
I had on, I remember exactly what I had on because I'm like, wow, we went for it. You know, you have to be in your brand or whatever, but it was still a formal event. I had on a camo formal and 8-inch tall, like, I call them my kiss boots, like really chunky platform boots that were like solid sequences. Like we were making an impression that night.
Okay, now speaking of, so now our producer here is going to really love this. Now, did you do a rendition of a Metallica song?
Yes, we did. That was our December single last year. And I could tell everybody this because to me, like, you know, we spend so much time promoting songs and we do all this stuff. I didn't do any promo for that.
Really?
And that is still every interview we've had for a year, they bring it up. And like the reason behind the no promo is kind of sad because the night we announced the single was coming out, my hometown was destroyed by a tornado.
Oh,
so I didn't do any promo for the song at all. And it's been one of my most streamed songs this year. Everyone's talks about it in interviews. Like, we get requests for it live now. And I'm just like, the one song that we haven't promoted, but it was so much fun. Like, I love playing that song. And I grew up playing in a metal band when I was really young. Right before I moved to Nashville, I was a bassist in a metal band. And so we just kind of, we're messing around with one day. Somebody said, we had a meeting with somebody in the industry, and he was like, man, just start releasing songs. Like, release covers no one would expect of you. Just release songs. I'm like, okay, we'll do something. And I was telling that to my band. I'm like, let's find something, you know. And my dobro player just in passing goes, yeah, we're going to do a country-fied Inner Sandman. And I was like, heck, yes, we are. Let's go. So it's really cool because it's really dobro driven. And it's just not what you would expect. So make sure you go stream that one. That one's fun.
I love that you were like, yes, let's do it.
I was like, I've been wanting an excuse to add that to our sets anyway. So let's go for it.
There you go. And apparently the fans love it too.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That
They
was
definitely
a good
didn't
choice.
expect it.
Unexpected, exactly. Now, okay, so you grew up on a farm.
Yes.
I've heard about some of your animals. So you have some dogs. I think my favorite one is the 15-pound rooster. What is his name?
His name was.
It was, yeah. Well, he's probably not around anymore.
ChickenZilla.
ChickenZilla.
Because he was ridiculously big. ChickenZilla got in a fight with a possum one night. Both of them lost.
Oh.
He killed the possum too. So
well, he's 15 pounds.
They had a knockdown drag out.
Wow.
But he fought it out strong to the very end. But I was like 9 when I had ChickenZilla. So like we're still trying to track down where this information is being found. Because I've asked Bev, I'm like, are you telling people about ChickenZilla? And she's like, what the heck's a ChickenZilla?
We got secrets. We got secrets.
Where is this at?
It's an underground country network here in Nashville. So.
Apparently, because I get asked about him, and I had a pig named Elvis, and people ask about him a lot, and I'm just like, how do you know? So I'm like, I was 9.
That's great.
That's so long ago, but yeah, ChickenZilla, we miss him.
Aw, okay. Well, okay. So now you've got a couple of hobbies. Did I hear you're taking some cooking classes?
Yes.
How's that going?
So I haven't been getting to take as many of them just because pandemic thing, it's not as safe to be in a room cooking with everybody. I don't know. And then my schedule's gotten insane. But I love that. And so that's always been kind of like since I moved to Nashville, kind of my outlet, like my stress relief, just leave me alone, let me be in my kitchen, do whatever. So getting to go to those classes, it's literally 3 hours where I'm not allowed to look at my phone.
Oh, yes.
So any excuse to not have to look at your phone, we're on them all the time because, social media, emails, all the stuff. So, but I love doing the cooking classes. So
what's your specialty? What's your go-to recipe that's like, you're like, man, I kill this every time I make it?
So I'm really weird. I don't like remaking things.
Oh.
I never like to make the same thing twice. But my family, in class, we learned how to make risotto. And I made that for my family. And they make me make it every time I go home.
Nice.
So I make risotto a lot.
Okay. All right. Risotto. We might have to cook together because I'm kind of the same way. My ex-husband would say, this is really good. Can you make it again? And I'm like, no.
No.
Yeah.
It's like one, I don't remember what I put in it.
No,
we don't use cookbooks around here.
No cookbooks. No, we learned on the farm. That's right.
Exactly. Just throw a bunch of butter in it. It's fine.
That's the secret. It's the secret. Paula Dean knows.
Bacon grease.
Now, I know you brought your guitar.
Yes.
Would you be willing to play your latest song, White Trash Heart, for us?
Definitely.
Okay, great. When we come back, Dallas Remington is going to play her latest song.
Hey y'all, I'm Dallas Remington, and this is my latest single, White Trash Heart. First time I knew I was checking him in them overalls, farmer stand, no shirt. Gravy thick accents, gold ring, trucker hat, work boots, red dirt. No, it ain't a phase, and at least I know it. Yeah, I really don't mind my Kentucky show. Lord knows my mama tried, probably gonna wreck my daddy's pride. That's who I am inside, and I ain't the bougie kind. They wish I was different, but I play my part. The family's black sheep with a white trash heart. Maybe she's born with it, maybe she's trashy, maybe she's born with it. Well, looking back now, had I missed a million signs like her shawl cranking. A camo prom dress, box dye hair, Walmart tailgating. No, it ain't a phase, and at least I know it. Yeah, I really don't mind that my Kentucky showing. Lord knows my mama tried, probably gonna wreck my daddy's pride. That's who I am inside, and I ain't the bougie kind. They wish I was different, but I played my part. The family's black sheep with a white trash heart. Maybe she's born with it, or maybe she's trashy, or maybe she's born with it, or maybe she's, Lord knows my mama tried, probably gonna wreck my dad.
different, but I play my part. The family's black sheep with a white trash heart. And maybe she's born with it. Oh, just a little trashy.
All right, Dallas Remington, White Trash Heart. Love the song.
Thank you.
So much fun. Thank you for playing it for us.
Thank you so much.
Of course, everybody, please go down and download that song right now if you haven't already. Now,
Download.
we got to do something fun, which is what I do on all of my shows.
Okay.
It's my world famous game of Truth or Truth. Are you ready to play?
Okay.
Okay, great. All right,
truth
good.
Or truth. Okay.
Truth or truth. We don't do any dares here. We only do truth. So
I
you get
appreciate that.
you get to pick your own questions.
Oh,
So you go ahead and pick one.
Not doing that.
I love it. I love it. She's like, how about no?
What's one thing on your bucket list? See the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I got to cross off Yellowstone, which was the top.
Oh, there you go.
So next would be Eiffel Tower.
Have you been to Europe or anywhere?
I went to England when I was 9. We spent 2 weeks over there in Liverpool, and then we spent a day in London, which was really nice. But yeah, I didn't get to go over to Paris, and that's always been like my dream, especially liking to cook and stuff like that.
It's so romantic.
Yeah, I'm there for the food. Forget the romance.
So Anya's getting some food and some wine. That's what we need. Okay, yeah. Some good
Croissants.
wine. Yeah, croissants. She's like croissants. Yes.
Oh Lord.
Okay, good. All right,
any
you ready
more?
for another one? We're gonna do 3 of them.
Okay. What is your guilty pleasure? Watching The Office, really.
Is it?
Yeah, just like sitting on the couch with my dog watching The Office, and especially like the super fan of editions. That's it.
Okay.
Like, just don't bother me when that's my time. Don't bother me.
That's like a little recharge though, because you can kind of like get out of who you are and just kind of just get into that.
Exactly.
Okay, I love it. I haven't watched The Office in a long time. I might have to revisit.
If you have Peacock, they have like the extended version.
Oh, okay.
So like, originally every episode was like 22 minutes. These are like 34 minutes.
Oh, so it's like a dream for you.
Oh, it's the best. Because it's like watching the series all over again. Because it's like, where did this come from? Why was this scene cut out? So there's a lot more Jim Dwight pranks.
Yes.
That's just
So
gives me life.
Who's your favorite character on the show?
Dwight.
Dwight. Hands down.
Hands down.
Hands
Like,
down.
Nobody
yes.
will ever be a better
It's true.
character in TV
It's true.
than Dwight.
He's great. Okay, we're going to do one more.
Okay. Maybe I won't skip this one.
She's thinking about it.
No, because I'm a loner. Have you ever lied to get out of a bad date? So what was the lie? I haven't been asked out on a date in about 6 years.
What?
So.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm a loner. No, somebody asked me out on a date. I'd appreciate it.
Maybe the guy in the overalls with the mullet. I don't know. Where's he at? Can we find him? Maybe we can find him. We don't know.
I don't know. He's somewhere in Missouri. It's fine. It's fine. No, he did not want to ask me out on a date. So,
well, I mean, maybe after he found out, the inspiration
I'm
and all of that.
hoping he's never heard the song. Hoping it just hasn't happened. I'm hoping he forgot he met me, and that's it. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I haven't ever lied to get out of a date because I'd gladly welcome one.
Oh,
That makes me
well,
sound
there you
like
go.
such a pathetic loner. But
Well, Dallas
sorry.
and I, we're ready to go on a double date out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's just
Hit
throw
us up,
We'll just throw it
please.
out. We'll just throw it out there. We can go have a good time.
exactly. She's got the pink shirt and the blonde hair. I got the blonde hair, the pink hair.
There you go.
Let's go.
Well, thank you so much, Dallas, for taking the time to be here, playing your song. Really appreciate you.
Well, thank you
And
for
we're
having
definitely
me.
going to keep an eye on you. I hear you're releasing a song a month.
Yes.
So we have
for the rest of 2022. I don't know what we're going to do next year because it's been a lot. We've released, coming up in a couple weeks, it'll be 10 singles in the last 9 months. So we've actually went over the whole
Yay.
single a month thing. So we'll see what we end up doing next year.
Okay, good.
We might spread them out a little more.
Well, we're definitely going to keep an eye on you, and y'all keep an eye here at Up in Country, too. We'll see you soon.
Thanks for having me.
You bet.
Thanks for watching Up in Country. Be sure to like and subscribe and leave us a comment. We do new episodes every Tuesday, and be sure to follow Up in Country on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And you can follow me too at Sue Bonzell on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.